I'm Loretta Mae Davis. I've been running Loretta's Inn for 25 years. I've heard ghost stories in old hotels, abandoned houses, horror movies. But receiving a ghost complaint at my own hotel, that was something I didn't expect. It was a Tuesday evening. Around 10 p.m., I was sitting at the reception. The hotel was quiet. Only 6 rooms were occupied. A peaceful evening. Then the guest from room 205 came down to the lobby. Mrs. Patricia Coleman, 45 years old, a teacher, in town for a conference. Normally a calm, polite woman, but at that moment her face was pale white. Her hands were trembling. Her eyes were wide. "Mrs. Loretta," she whispered, "there's something in my room." "What is it, Mrs. Coleman?" The woman looked around. No one was there, but she whispered as if someone was listening. "A ghost." A ghost?" "Yes." The woman was almost crying. "There are sounds coming from under the bed and it's cursing." "Cursing?" "Yes, it's saying terrible things. It says stupid. It says idiot, even words that start with S. I've been doing this job for 25 years. I've heard everything. But a cursing ghost was a first." "Mrs. Coleman, are you sure? Maybe the television was left on." "It's off. Everything is off, and the sound is coming from under the bed." "Please, Mrs. Loretta, go check. I can't go back to that room." I took the key. I called Maria. She was on evening shift. We went upstairs together. "A ghost?" said Maria. Her eyes had grown wide with fear. "Loretta, I'm afraid of ghosts." "Maria, there's no such thing as ghosts. It's probably pipe noise or a mouse." "What if it's really a ghost?" "Then we'll teach it to be polite." We opened the door to 205. The room was dark. Only a faint light came from the street lamp. Everything looked in place. Bed neat, nightstand tidy, curtain closed. "No sound," I said. "Wait," said Maria. "Maybe it's shy." "A ghost is going to be shy, Maria?" Just then a sound came from under the bed. A hissing sound. That clearly. "Stupid!" Maria screamed. "Santa Maria, a ghost!" I had heard it too. A clear, high-pitched voice. It had said stupid from under the bed. "Calm down, Maria." "I can't calm down. There's a ghost." "Wait a minute." I turned on my phone's flashlight. I slowly approached the bed. I bent down. I looked under the bed with the flashlight, and there in the dark, 2 bright eyes were looking at me. But it wasn't a ghost. It was a parrot. A green-feathered, red-beaked, angry-looking parrot. It was wedged in the corner under the bed. When it saw me, it opened its beak and said clearly, "Idiot! Oh my God!" I said, "This is a parrot." Maria came beside me, looked. "A parrot? How did it get in here?" The parrot turned to Maria. "Shut up!" Maria's mouth fell open. I was surprised too, but I barely held myself back from laughing. "This bird is very rude," said Maria. "Fool," said the parrot. "I'm the fool?" "Maria, don't argue with the bird." I needed to get the parrot out. "But how? The bird looked aggressive." "Bring a towel, Maria. We'll catch the bird with the towel." Maria ran off. I was left alone with the parrot. "Hello," I said in a sweet voice. "I'm Loretta. I want to help you." The parrot tilted its head to the side. It was sizing me up. Its eyes were intelligent, looking as if it understood what I was doing. Then it opened its beak. "Loretta, stupid." "Thank you." "You're very kind." Talking to the bird felt strange, but there was nothing else to do. I needed to wait. Maria returned with the towel. She was out of breath. The elevator was slow. I took the stairs. "Good job. Now the plan is simple, but we'll throw the towel over the bird and catch it." "Are you ready?" I said. "I'm ready." 1, 2, 3. I threw the towel, but the parrot was too fast. The towel missed. The bird flew up, flapping its wings. Chaos began in the room. The parrot was flying. Maria was screaming. I was chasing. "Catch it!" I shouted. "It's flying! It's flying!" "Idiots!" the parrot was shouting while flying. This chaos lasted 5 minutes. Feathers were flying. Maria was praying in Spanish. The parrot was doing acrobatics in the air. At one point, it hit the lamp, almost fell. Finally, the parrot got tired and landed on top of the curtain. We stared at each other, breathless. Me, Maria, and the angry parrot. All 3 of us were exhausted. "What do we do now?" said Maria, covered in sweat. "We'll wait. Let it calm down." Tired birds are more docile. How do you know this? From National Geographic. Just then, the door knocked. It was Mrs. Coleman. She had put a cardigan over her nightgown. Her hair was disheveled. Did you find the ghost? It's not a ghost, I said. It's a parrot. A parrot? Yes, a parrot got into your room. Mrs. Coleman looked inside. She saw the parrot. The parrot saw her. Stupid teacher, said the parrot. Mrs. Coleman's eyes widened. This bird insulted me. It insults everyone, unfortunately. We finally caught the parrot. The bird calmed down when it saw peanuts. Maria had brought peanuts from the kitchen from our chef Marcus's secret stash. The parrot saw the peanuts. Its eyes lit up. It came to my hand obediently. We put it in a cage. The decorative bird cage on Amanda's desk came in handy and brought it down to the lobby. Who does this bird belong to? Said Maria, looking at the parrot. The bird was eating peanuts as if it hadn't just turned the place upside down. I don't know, but someone must be looking for it. They would miss such a talkative bird. I checked social media, lost pet groups, and bingo. There was a post. Lost parrot, his name is Captain Jack, green feathers, red beak, warning, very foul-mouthed. He curses because his former owner was a sailor. Please call if found. Reward. I called the person who posted. Hello? I found your parrot. Captain Jack? A woman's voice excited. Oh my God. Where? At Loretta's Inn Hotel. He got into one of our guest rooms. I'm so sorry. Jack escaped from his cage last week. He flew out the window. I looked everywhere. I went to parks, looked in trees, asked neighbors. No trace. Well, he found us. Or rather, he found our guest. And scared her pretty good. Oh no, did he curse? Quite a lot. The woman sighed with embarrassment. His former owner was my sailor uncle. He taught Jack every word. He spent 40 years at sea, had a very foul mouth. Jack learned from him. I'm trying to fix it, but 20 years of habit is hard to break. Half an hour later, Captain Jack's owner arrived. A young woman in her 30s, a veterinary assistant. She had a bird cage in her hand, embarrassment on her face. I'm so sorry, Mrs. Loretta. Jack escapes sometimes, and he causes chaos wherever he goes. I see. But how did he get into the hotel? Probably through an open window. Isn't your hotel next to the park? She was right. Room 205's window faced the park, and Mrs. Coleman had left the window open for fresh air. Captain Jack, the woman said to the parrot. Apologize. The parrot looked at the woman, then it looked at me. It opened its beak and said clearly, Loretta. Beautiful. Everyone was surprised. The parrot had given a compliment. That's the first time he said something nice, said the owner happily. Loretta beautiful, the parrot repeated. Maria's fool. Maria's face fell. This bird hates me. The owner left a $100 reward and left. We apologized to Mrs. Coleman, changed her room. Everyone laughed that night, including Mrs. Coleman. It wasn't a ghost, it was a parrot, she said at breakfast the next day. I'll tell my students at school. They won't believe it. 2 weeks later, a package arrived from Captain Jack's owner. Inside was chocolate and a card. I opened the card. There was a photo of Captain Jack. Below it was written, Thank you, Loretta's Inn. Jack is learning new words now. He taught him please and thank you this week. The cursing is decreasing. P.S. Jack still says Loretta beautiful. It's become his favorite sentence. Maria saw the card. What does he say about me? I looked at the back of the card. There was an additional note. Special message for Maria. Maria, beautiful, a little. A little? Said Maria, her eyes widening. This bird is really very rude. But she was laughing. That's how it is. I've been doing this job for 25 years. I've seen lost keys, wrong rooms, strange guests. But a cursing parrot ghost complaint? That was a first. Welcome to Loretta's Inn. Sometimes you hear ghosts here, but don't be afraid. It's probably just a rude parrot, and everything can be fixed with peanuts.